Good evening, friends. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Mukesh Goswami sir because by him, today I got this golden opportunity to explain a topic, cell, and its basic structure. And its basic structure. Now, what is the meaning of the cell? The literal meaning of the cell is small compartment or small room-like structure. And in biology, cell is the fundamental unit of life. It is the structural and functional unit of life. Structural and functional unit of life. Now, you might have been thinking that why cell is known as structural and functional unit of life. So, here's the answer. Cell is known as structural unit of life because it gives a structure to an organism. Every organism gets a structure due to the number of cells it is having. The more number of the cell, the larger its structure, and the less number of that, the smaller structure. Example, you can see ourselves, human beings, and the other microorganisms. Now the functional unit. Why cell is known as functional unit of life? Cell is known as the functional unit of life because every functions, or you can say all the functions in an organism is done by the cell, by the respective cells, and and that's why the cell is known as functional unit of life. Now you might be thinking that who discovered the cell? So here's the answer. The first cell is discovered by first cell is discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. He observed the dead cell of a bark of tree, and the first living cell is discovered by Anton von Leeuwenhoek in 1674. He observed a living cell in a pond. Now, the basic structure of the cell. The basic structure of the cell contains three parts: cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Now, what the cell membrane is? You can see that the cell membrane is the boundary which doesn't allow the cytoplasm to move out from it. Cell membrane is also known as selective permeable membrane, semi-permeable membrane, biomembrane, and plasma membrane. Cell membrane is known as selective permeable membrane or semi-permeable membrane because it doesn't allow everything to pass through it. It is very selective to pass a material. It passes the required materials which is required inside the cell. Example, oxygen, food materials, and it allows the carbon dioxide and other waste products to move out the cell. It protects the cell it separates the cell from the surroundings. Because of it, the cell is living. Now, cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like structure which present between nucleus and cell membrane. In cytoplasm, all the cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, plastids, etc. are floating. Cell membrane, which materials are passed by the cell membrane is move in the cytoplasm. Then cytoplasm act as a medium or a source to distribute all the materials in different cell organelles as per the requirements. Now the nucleus. Nucleus is also known as the brain of the cell because the cell is controlled by the nucleus. Nucleus is made up of, or you can say nucleus is also has three parts, that nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, and nucleolus. And in the nucleoplasm, the chromatin threads are present. The chromatin threads are responsible for the passing characteristics from a generation to the other. Nucleus is responsible for the every metabolic activity in the cell. The nucleus, the nucleus, cell membrane, and cytoplasm is the part of it is known as basic structure of the cell because it is present in every cell. The plant cell may differ, or you can say plant cells differ from it by having a cell wall and some other cell organelles in the cytoplasm. And that cell organelles is not present in the animal cell. The animal cell and plant cell are both different things. Now, nucleus is very important. Because of the nucleus, the cell is controlled. By the nucleus, cell is controlled, and every metabolic activity is done by the nucleus. So, this was the this was an idea about the cell. So, hope you like this video. Thank you.